Hola a todos mis queridos mancos, bienvenidos al segundo día del Tokyo Game Show Online 2020 y bueno, pues antes de lo importante, para mí obviamente, vamos a ver qué es lo que nos ha presentado Sega Atlus, en el que tenemos unos 49,50 minutazos. Que pone Sega Fan Meeting Up. Entonces espero que no sea simplemente hablando y ya está. Algo tendrán que anunciar, digo yo. Pero bueno, vamos a ponernos ya. Que encima además tengo gente por Telegram esperando que les dé las novedades. Pero como ellos están trabajando y aquí una pues no se pone el micro, pues entonces aquí es lo que pasa. No sé si se me ha escuchado. Andrés, ¿se me ha escuchado algo? Sí, ¿verdad? Porque este micro es bueno. No será bueno. Y nada, y eso. Que vamos a empezar con Sega Atlus, a ver qué es lo que nos comentan. Y luego, una vez terminemos esto, empezaremos con Capcom. Que sin querer me he metido en Twitter y en Instagram y ya me han hecho spoiler. Muy fuerte me han hecho el spoiler. Me cago en la madre. Hablando mal y pronto, cago en Dios, gasté un poder. Así. Así que, pues nada, vamos a dejarnos de chorradas y vamos a empezar. Venga, vamos con Sega. A ver qué nos comentan. Es que lo de fan meeting no me da buenas vibraciones. Ninguna. Hola. ¿Esto está en HD? Sí. Vale. Gracias. Me encanta el señor de que nada más está 2 minutos y para decirte, ahora viene esto. Claro, le he dado al de Sega Atlus. Evidentemente que viene el de Sega Atlus. Así que vamos a ver. Joder, qué épico, ¿no? Sega to Atlus to TV.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tokyo Game Show Online Sega Atlus TV is here.
Ah, mira, me encanta, es como distancia de seguridad con mamparas. No os mováis mucho de ahí.
This is Nasu from Nasu Nakanishi, the overall host of this TV program show. And this is Nakanishi from Nasu Nakanishi Group. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Me encanta la señora haciendo ahí, como decimos cuando pasa con los de Microsoft y todo eso, pues aquí igual.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mami Yamashita, the voice actor.
¿Por qué todas las actrices de doblaje japonesas son todas monas?
We're opening up our show. The Tokyo Game Show has 24 years of history, but then this is the first ever time having an online game show.
Correcto, correcto, sí.
I wonder what's going to be happening.
¿Cómo que qué está pasando? ¿No os habéis dado cuenta de los momentos tan extraños en los que estamos viviendo?
Sega company were not at the venue of the Tokyo Game Show. And we're all wearing different colors of t-shirts having the Sega Atlus TV. So again, this is the first ever on history, the Sega Atlus TV online program delivered. And although we say this is an online program, we're going to be having a lot of programs that you would love to hear. And Tsubaki-san, the company is celebrating its 60th year anniversary this year. Oh, wow. My father is 60 years old, so Sega has that long history.
Me encanta. Me encanta. Es como, señora, no tiene que traducir simultáneamente todo.
Year 60, but then nothing comes to me. But anyhow, 60 years is a very long time. And Miss Yamashita, we're going to be airing on a program related to the number 60. Yes, that's so. the name of the title itself is a name or naming that is almost very funny.
Creo que lo que tienen detrás son
So
todo
there's
carátulas de
lots of
juegos.
program you would definitely like to see. It's a must-see delivery show, and we're going to be airing for 3 long full days to celebrate the 60 years old of the Sega company. Therefore, please stay with us until the very end. And look, everybody, we're surrounded by Sega goods.
Sí,
It's
muchas cosas.
so
Todo de
exciting,
Sega.
all these equipment.
Sí, no, os habéis currado
What's going to
el set
happen if
de
every one
rodaje.
of these goods are going to go away when airing through the program? Well, maybe you can take one and the company will not recognize. No, don't say that. From here on, under the title Sega Fan Meetup 2020, we're going to be inviting Mr. Haruki Satomi, the Chief Executive Officer, President Representative Director, the Sega Group Corporation, to
Muy
make
bien.
his appearance.
Pues nada, que vaya entrando.
So this time, the CEO himself is going to be talking with us directly and directly to our fans of Sega. So, without ado, we'd like to go on.
Sí, por favor, porque os estáis metiendo en unos jardines y os estáis entreteniendo en cosas totalmente innecesarias.
So let us invite Mr. Haruki Satomi, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of
¡Hola,
Sega
qué
Group
chula!
Corporation. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, congratulations on your 60 years anniversary of the company. And when we consider the company name Sega, it's really coming
El
to
pavo,
us
¿por qué
that
intenta
you're
salir por
always
detrás
a pioneer.
de la
You're always
mampara? No lo
standing at
entiendo.
the very front line, and you're sometimes too new that everybody has to run to catch you up. Sega is celebrating 60 years year anniversary, and I think there's a lot of memory to this. And for us, it's
Más,
always
el plano está
producing
muy bien
something
pensado,
very
¿eh?
new,
Lo que
like
no entiendo es
Japan
a
first
Peppa
brought
Pig ahí.
the world first
Entiendo
brought, and
que
sometimes
habrán
we're
hecho
10
algún
years
juego o
earlier than
distribuirá
the
todas las cosas de
schedule,
Peppa Pig
so that people have
Sega, pero
to
vamos.
run up to catch up
El
with
plano
us.
está pensado, ¿eh?
And because of that, I have been on feature 3 times for a TV program for failure, introducing my failure called Shikujiri Sensei.
Lo que me parece curioso es que un chico tan joven
But
sea el
anyhow,
presidente de
we are
Sega
always trying to be at the
actual.
front line, trying to make people surprised and excited with our product. Oh, the CEO is standing right next to me, and it takes a lot of courage for me to take that Sega goods back with me without the CEO noticing me, says one person.
Ahora, hay una que quiere robar cosas. Anda
Consider
que...
the history
Tío, te
of
están
60th
pagando por hacer
year,
esto.
and
Aunque
the
estés haciendo el
CEO
ridículo, pero
himself
te
is
están
going to
pagando
be
por hacer esto. No quieras
introducing
birlar
the
las cosas de
history
Sega.
along with the delivery.
今日はセガが歩んできた道のりについて皆さんにお話ししたいと思います。
Sega's corporate
セガは
history.
これまで数々
Sega
の製品や
has
サービスを
created
皆さん
numerous
に
services
届けて
and
まいりました。
products.
その一つ一つにですね、
Each
皆さん
every
の
one of
楽しい
them
思い出や
has
感動体験があ
provided
ったのではないかと思い
inspirational
ます。
experiences and good memories to
¿Pero quién
our
cambió a la tía?
customers. 60 years ago, in 1960,
従来のジュークボックスから
this
Sega
jukebox
empezó
in
con una
front of me
jukebox, ¿eh?
marked the
Curioso.
start of Sega's history.
急速に日本
Back
に
then,
浸透したジュークボックスで
rapidly,
すが、
jukeboxes became very popular in Japan, but there
しか
was
し
import
開
restrictions.
発に開発を重
However,
ねて国内
we
初の
worked very hard in the development, and we succeeded to sell and release the first ever jukebox in Japan, Sega 1000. The
セガ
Sega
名付けました。
is the abbreviation of service
その
games.
5年後、
5
日
years
本語
later,
学物産からセガエンタープライ
Nihongo
ズへ
Rakubusan, or Japan Amusement Products, changed its trade name to Sega Enterprise,
O sea que
and we
no
also
fue
started
salido
the
como...
operation of the
La
amusement
empresa no era Sega
facility
todavía, luego cambió el nombre.
businesses.
世界的ヒットを生み出しました
The。following year,
Esto es
we
interesante.
released the world
Está Periscope.
blockbuster arcade game Periscope.
礎となった
And
作品です。
arcade games are still relevant today, and this is the
Esto es
cornerstone of
culturilla
the
general
arcade games.
de la historia de los
生み出したの
videojuegos.
が世界
In
初の大回転
1980s, Sega created the first ever body sensation game. The players can play the games while moving their bodies. They can immerse in the world of the games. This the new entertainment that we provided. Following Hang On, the second body sensation game
Esper
was
Harrier.
this Space Harrier. 3D. This is also known as a pioneer of 3D shooting game. On the flip side, after 1980s, we have been putting a great deal of effort into consumer game consoles
En julio del
development.
83.
In
Primera Sega
1983,
1000.
we released the Sega 1000, the first consumer console in Sega's history.
Primera
We
consola.
have been going ahead
Esto se lo enseño ya a Duel y
our
vamos.
advanced technologies and with excellent developers.
Se le hace el culo
develop
pesicola.
console loved by people in the world.
Con lo
Sega Mark III that
fanboy de Sega que es, bueno, ya
adopted
sabéis.
the
Sí, sí, que los cafés con
arcade
salseo.
technologies
La
and
Mega
enhanced
Drive.
the graphical capabilities.
La Mega
And
Drive. La
Genesis
primera consola que vi yo en mi vida.
is the name for Mega Drive in North
Aunque bueno,
America.
técnicamente fue la Master System.
16-bit game console, first of its kind.
La 2.
And Game Gear,
Y
the
luego
first
después mi tío se compró
handheld
la
game
Mega
console
Drive.
with a full color backlit screen. It was also known as the battery ran out very quickly. And then we also released the Sega Saturn.
¡Hola, qué corte!
The
¡Madre mía, más harto!
3D CG games.
Joder, espera, que la última mesa se las trae.
Online play and the 3D on open world
La
are
Dreamcast.
very popular now, but Dreamcast expanded the horizon of consumer video
El año
games.
pasado salió la Mega Drive
These
Mini.
are the games, the consoles we developed.
Y este año te van a sacar la Game Gear
How
Mini
pioneering,
y la otra.
how bold they were. And through the development of these consoles, Sonic, Puyo Puyo, Virtua Fighter, Sakura Wars, numerous famous titles have been developed by Sega. And in the 1980s, UFO Catcher caused a
91.
great sensation. This is actually also Sega's product. This is an old model. And then
Mira, de Atlus.
this has become a social phenomenon in the 1990s. Print club, or called a película in Japanese. In the 2000s, for children, and which was very popular among children, the first arcade game for children, Mush King, the king of
Mushi King,
videos,
eso digo, es
and
Mushi
the
King.
fashionable witches Love and Barry started their operations. And now,
¡Ah! ¡Ryuga Gotoku! ¡Claro que sí!
Persona, Fantasy Star Online 2, Hatsune Miku, Project Diva,
Sí, sí, que os ha dado mucha pasta. Y luego el que se ve por detrás, que es el juego favorito de Duel.
centering on IP to be provided by Sega. And
Fantasy
we will continue
Star
to
Online.
provide inspirational experience beyond your imagination.
Muy bien, presidente, muy bien, lo ha hecho muy
Thank you
bien.
very much, CEO. CEO has been directly talking with us and going through with his explanation. You might have revived your memories. Yes, just looking at that, you can see that Sega has been leading the history of the industry itself. And I remember that game consoles and game devices, I
Correcto.
always were lacking batteries sometimes during play. When I was small, when I was a child, I spent all my money on the games and comic books. So that was a fabulous history. And commemorating 60th anniversary, there's a visuals that you would like to share with the fans, right? Yes, I would like to share
Sí,
some
como de-
visuals.
Me destella la camiseta, tío. Es bonita, pero al de un rato ya es como... ¡Ah, Mabushi!
This is the son of Segata Sanshiro. So this is a pun word or a rhyme. Segashiro means try to understand Sega. Do you know what tapioca is?
¡Ah, es verdad! ¡El hijo de Sega Senshiro!
It's Sega. what is going to be popular after rugby? And Sega. So what is coming next to 5G? Sega. So what is going to be the answer of the calculation? Sega. Again, the answer will be Sega. Who are you? My name is Sega Shiro. Sega Shiro.
Sega Shiro.
Sega Shiro.
Madre
Know
mía.
about Sega. 60th anniversary of
Sega,
Sega.
primero fue Segata Senshiro y después Sega Shiro.
That's a switch of Sega Shiro. This is the switch. This is the 3D glass of Sega. This is Sega Saturn Sega.
Senshiro.
Sanshiro, father. Come. A child to ultimately understand Sega.
Takeshi Hongo.
Father. Oh, look at that. Oh, father. Sega, Hatan Shiro. That's Hatan means corrupt or maybe failure of Sega. Oh, father, I'm going to be defending protecting Sega.
Pero estos anuncios son viejos, ya los he visto yo, Que a mí me gustan mucho los anuncios japoneses, pero esto ya lo había visto. Yo creo que más fueron de primeros de año. Es que no puedes con él, hombre.
Sega Shiro, father. Father. Sega is a brand that I'm going to be protecting and defending.
Ahí está.
You've grown up. Father.
Que podía ser su abuelo perfectamente.
I just wanted to confirm how you have been grown up, but now you have the capability. Father.
Este es el Kamen Rider original de este actor.
I was a symbol of the past Sega, but Sega is not only working on games anymore. It's a comprehensive company.
Exactamente, sí, como muchas otras.
From here on, you're going
Le
to
dan
be
a
the
todo.
protector of the new Sega. Sega Shiro, you're going to be going beyond me. Father, do it. Father.
Al planeta Saturno.
I'm going to be leading Sega to you, Father. So with a new determination, Sega 60 years old.
Tenemos un nuevo Segata Senshiro.
That was great. Astonishing, awesome. That was a fun video too. So it was just like a film. A movie like. And there were a lot of comments through the SNS. People were crying over this. And Sugata Sanshiro was coming up and then...
Uy, señora, que se le está robotizando la voz. Bajo la calidad. No, es el streaming.
And then the sun comes
Escucha el
out,
streaming.
father comes out. So I think there's a lot of reactions different from
¿Qué pasa esto en Japón con la calidad del internet que tienen? No
this
puede
is the
ser.
Sega 60th year, therefore there's another new program.
Yes, this time we want to test how much Sega fans know about the Sega. We'll conduct the Sega original test in January. That has been decided. And the name is Sega Universe Test. Sega Universe Test. That's, well, the National Center Test for University Admissions in Japan will also be held in January, so this is not a coincidence. Yes, to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Sega as a culmination for the campaign, we want to put the fans, our fans' knowledge about Sega to the test. So what kind of test is that? Well, now I'm going to introduce the Sega Universe Test to you. Well, we will test the knowledge about test. There will be 60 questions. That's a lot. Yeah, because it's 60th anniversary. And
claro, es como...
during the
aniversario y 60
weekend of
preguntas.
23rd and 24th of 2021. The test will be conducted for 3 times. The test allotted time is 16 minutes. It's available in Japanese and English online, and people living outside Japan can also do the test, and you will know your score. And from high achievers by lottery, special gifts will be given. Oh, what kind of special gifts? I'm very curious about that. Yeah, it's 60,
¿Qué vas a regalar?
60. I'm really curious about
60
the
productos de Sega.
presents, the gifts. Yeah, so toward this test, there are some messages, right? Yes. So Sega Shiro himself has sent us a message. Please watch this. I'm also going to take the test. I'm prepared to take the test. Sega Shiro, I'm going to surpass my father. Well, I thought there would be more in that message, in that video. Well, he's wearing something white and the background is also white. What is that? Well, he's a really handsome guy.
Madre mía, qué problemas os ha dado el
Anyway,
streaming.
the Sega Universe test will be carried out on January 23rd and the 21st. And please go to the Sega Shilo special website or Sega's official SNS for the details. If you want to try, make sure you study hard. And next, to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Sega, on December 19th, 2020, we decided to broadcast the Sega 60th anniversary live concert
Te ha puesto
behind closed
1080 por
doors.
defecto, ¿no?
Sega
A
Atlus
ver.
games have many
Me estamos quedando.
numerous famous songs from Sakura War series, Chisa Yokoyama, from Persona series, Lin Shihoko Hirata will sing, and also Sakura series, Sakura War series, the song is written by Kohei Tanaka, and we will have also other gorgeous guests to provide you a powerful band sound. Well, I will also want to try the test.
Bueno, ya que
We are
¿Kohei
going to
Tanaka es el
fight.
de Viser?
I really look forward to this concert. Well, actually, the 60th
Creo que
anniversary
sí.
live, as we started this program, we also started the sale of the tickets. So it's already started, and please go to the official website for further information. Well, if they go to book the ticket, they cannot watch this program. Yes, please go to reserve the tickets after watching the program.
No, no es un compositor, vale. No sabía que era cantante.
Here on,
Que
we're
me
going to
sonaba.
be
Hay mucho Kohei
introducing
por
you
ahí,
the
por
Tokyo Game Show
Japón, ¿sabéis?
2020 online. So this year, the Tokyo Game Show is confidence about its title delivered, and we're going to be introducing you the main titles, 4 of them. First of all, introducing is the PSO, celebrating the 20th year of PSO, and this is an ultra large update, a major update for Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. It is going to be reborn
No podía
as a
faltar.
new game.
Duel, esta parte te la dedico. Te voy a hacer un clip para que disfrutes. Fantasy Star Online 2, 20 aniversario. Y esto es lo que ya enseñaron en el showcase de agosto. Exactamente el mismo tráiler, lo que pasa pues que con letras japonesas. Que si recordáis, gracias a ese momento que hicieron Javi y él, pues a partir de ese momento se dice hacerse un duelo. En plan de ¡guau! ¡Qué siento, niño! ¿Qué es esto? espero hacer eso yo luego con Capcom. La verdad es que técnicamente guau, Gráficamente es una pasada. Joder. Son grandes los bichos, ¿eh? New Genesis Fantasy Star Online 2 en el 2021. PlayStation 4, PC y Switch. Y Switch.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
Yo no digo nada y lo digo todo.
This PSO2 is very popular. Yes, I always play around with this game.
Así que cuidadín, ¿eh? Cuidadín.
And after
Tengo que
this,
avisarlo esto. Tengo que avisarlo.
the PSO New
Esto es algo
Genesis version
importante.
is also going to be shared too. Thank you. And then next, this is an introduction for the showdown for the second largest
Tengo de
action
que hacer
puzzle
con
game.
salseo.
This is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. So you can just not only enjoy Puyo Puyo and Tetris, but then you can enjoy the Puyo Puyo and the Tetris collaboration rule. And the
Claro,
popular
obviamente, es de
title
Sega.
is powering up to be
Este ya lo vimos ayer,
completely new
¿recordáis?
title.
Es que está muy bien.
Once again, the showdown.
Ha hecho unas
And
partidas
further
con amigos,
new
está divertido.
Puyo Puyo Tetris 2.
Exactamente el mismo vídeo que pusieron ayer en la de Microsoft, si os dais cuenta. El mismo. Es que esto es reciclaje, no lo de Capcom, coño.
Is going to be done, and Puyo Puyo and Tetris can have a showdown together. And this is called Puyo Teto Mix. So during a certain time, it's going to be swapping into the games. And then within the limited time, the Puyo Puyo and Tetris could be played in Big Band term. And you can have a party. Under various rules, you can have a record score, and then you can play on the internet ranking. We have a new rule too. This is skill battle. You're going to be utilizing skill to win a lot of scores, or else a new way of fighting. This is adventure mode, and in the adventure mode, a new character is going to be introduced. This is internet mode, and maximum 4 people can play together. So this is the strongest game ever, and you can have a winner. So the new Puyo Puyo Tetris, just try out, and you're going to be experiencing the powered up Puyo Puyo
El
Tetris
10 de diciembre del 20,
PlayStation 2.
este año. O sea, ayer no puse ni en fecha. Y sale para las dos consolas, eso sí. PlayStation 4 y Xbox. Curioso, vale. Solo eso.
That was great, wasn't it? Oh, it's so exciting. And this is a game that females, ladies like too. Yes. I started from the Game Gear ages and enjoyed Puyo Puyo. And these days, people are enjoying Puyo Puyo such as esports. Therefore, there's a professional sports athlete playing Puyo Puyo. And I also play the Puyo Puyo game as well. Oh, CEO is smiling. So the title is loved by young and old. And next, this is going to be a new release on September 30th. This is Sega crafted colorful palette delivering the new smartphone game project, Project Sekai Colorful Stage Feed Hatsune Miku. And here it's not just that you can enjoy the rhythm games with the popular songs and well-known songs.
Sí, bueno, pero es que yo lo de Hatsune Miku.
Players nationwide, you can have and hold a virtual live. You can also enjoy stories too with virtual singers. The world is a place to find
Project
the
Sekai
real
Colorful
place that you
Stage.
belong to. One day, a song untitled has been delivered to me. And the song Untitled is connecting people, and then led me to Hatsune Miku, the virtual world singer. We're going to be charting out for a journey to search the real song for me. And a band group was been created, a band unit.
More Jump. Vale. ¿Y esto es dentro del juego de Hatsune Miku o es otro juego? Venga.
The squad is a straight unit. And this is Wonderland's Showtime. And another unit, Hachamecha Show Unit. On 25th floor. At night code.
Madre mía, que de grupos, ¿no?
Who moves and make their activities at late in the evening. Together, we're going to be drawing out everybody's true feeling.
Madre mía. Yo es que en esto soy... Eliges en plan de cada media hora sale una, ¿no? Vale. Te puedes tunear a la muchacha, como siempre.
And with the full voices, stories, narratives are going to be enjoyed in the world. We're going to be finding the full, true world. And let us jump into the emotional world. The rhythm game is going to go into the next world, along with the nationwide players.
Pues sí, o sea, todos esos grupos estaban dentro del nuevo juego de Hatsune Miku. Bueno, es que ya después de los chorropotocientos que hay, algo no va a haber que dar. Aunque yo echaré de menos un grupo solo de chicos, porque solo de chicas hay 3 o 4. ¡Coño, que encima es para móviles! Ah, sí que hay Colorful Stage Fit Hatsune Miku. Perdón, que la había entendido yo mal.
And I like it because it has stories, right?
Claro, sí, si no tiene historia ya. Que ahora mismo los videojuegos narrativos
I think it's coming up in the air.
Ya lo veremos luego en Capcom.
We already have 900,000 people. And then when this reservation reaches 1 million people, we're going to be having something great happening too. It's going to be something gorgeous for you to enjoy. And then there's the legendary series that we would like to introduce as well. And Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4, it's going to be reborn again. The legendary title, the Nocturne HD Remastered.
¿Persona? ¿El primer Persona en Nintendo Switch?
That you are no longer powerful is coming near. You are powerless.
No. Qué susto. Aunque yo estaba esperando algo de Persona.
It's a long time I have not seen you. You're no longer human. You're evil. You're demon. But you tried to live on without being ashamed of yourself. Human beings will all disappear.
Estéticamente está chulo, ¿eh?
The Tokyo is going to die out, but then after that I am reborn.
Vale. Muy bien. Es un juego de 2003, ¿eh?
I was just drawn into that voice and story. So all the titles are something that makes you so exciting you would like to play. And there's other titles coming up too. Yes, Sega Atlus has other titles as well.
Vale, espera un momento. El Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, el Fantasy Star Online New Genesis, el Puyo Sega Colorful Stage Fit Hatsune Miku, el que acaban de presentar ahora, el Astro City, el Project Diva, Mega 39S, no sé qué, Bayonetta Vanquish. Que Bayonetta es de Sega, no olvidemos. Y... Bueno, y Vanquish creo que también. Uy, 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 uy. Meta Vanquish, Keran of Friends, Chain Chronicle, El Puyo no sé qué, War, Legend Revive, es que luego el Yakuza Online, el Yakuza Online, hola, what the fuck. Sé que había un Yakuza Online, pero...
So all these titles are going to be exhibited. There's so much
Y
titles.
luego el de Tokio y el de
So
Marisol.
do you know any
Me lo he olvidado.
titles? All of them are masterpieces. Oh, and Sakura Wars, I see that. And ReZero, that is already also a very new
Ah,
title
Ricero,
too.
vale,
Yes.
los nombres.
So exciting. Hokuto no Ken 2.
Es que están tan pequeñitas las letras,
And
están
from
tan
here
pixeladas
on,
que no
these
lo...
are the titles of the
Guilty
partners.
Gear, Neverson, Star Wars
Oh, you
Squadron,
can
FIFA
see there's so
21,
much.
Yomi Usuko Hana,
Guilty Gear's
Aleste
there too.
Collection...
Or else this Geyer is also there.
Bakugan,
This
ha
Geyer,
vuelto
yeah.
Bakugan. Magan Lord y el otro nivel.
There's so much titles going on.
Ah, el Guilty Gear Strike, vale, eso.
Then Mr. Satomi.
Pues oye,
There were also many titles from the partners. We are really looking forward to that. Yes, we have handled a lot of titles from overseas and released by Sega. And this time, we have added a new partner, a new company. This time, a Swedish company, Paradox Interactive. We have signed a new partnership with them.
Sega ha comprado Paradox
The
Entertainment.
game will be released as a Sega's brand in Japan and Asia. Oh, really? This is really exciting. And the first title is going to be announced today.
El Empire of Sin.
The name of the title is Empire of Sin. The
Que sale para
stage
Play
is
4 y
the Chicago, America in
para
the
Nintendo
1920s,
Switch
the
en
era of
primavera
the
del año
law
que viene.
to aim to rule the underworld. This is a criminal strategy game. This is planned to be released in spring 2021. Please stay tuned.
Bien, 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 bien,
I'm
bien.
really curious about
Y
this
todo el mundo
game.
decía, va, que alguien compre Sega. Sega está servido.
This is
Sega compra
very
compañías.
exciting.
Sega no se
We
va a
have
vender a
received a
nadie.
lot of comments from our fans. And I really look forward to the updates. The title. Where can I see this? But people are watching this program, so stay with us. And let's look at the portal site, and let me introduce how can you enjoy our online event.
Ah, mira. Sega Atlus Music Station.
This is now ongoing Sega Fan Meetup 2020.
Vale.
And following this, we have Good Fortune, the Anything Appraisal Team.
O sea que se van a hacer
Doing
como
a
Capcom, ¿no?
demo
Que a lo largo de los días van a presentar
Sega
sus
demo
cositas
data.
en tuyo, que en el Twitch o en cualquier otro, en YouTube, o no sé. Vale, vale. Porque recordemos que mañana a la 1 está las 2 horas de Capcom, en el que hablarán de My Cry 5, Special Edition, y de Village. Ese es en Twitch.
And the next one is, we don't know if it's true, Sega Legends that went too far. And the next one is Sega Nandis. On Friday, it has already appeared. Music Station. Sega Atlus Music Station.
Es que lo de Music Station...
Can you really use that name? But it's really fun.
Sí, pero es un poco... ¿Cómo decirlo? Plagio a un programa que lleva 50 años en la televisión japonesa. Igual lleva más, ¿no? Pero 25 fijo. Digo 50 no me venía arriba. ¡Anda, mira! Esto solo tengo que pasar a Duel, que voy a tener un programa de 1 horaza presentando el Fantasy Star Online 2000 Genesis.
the world's fastest play.
De Ryoga Gotokuno, ¿no? No.
Which one do you want to watch? Mega.
De hecho, hoy.
This is TGS
Hoy
Mega
25.
10.
Eso es. O sea que a las 9 de la noche no sé qué habrá sido,
Title
será.
is named by someone in his or her 40s. It's very humorous. That's nice. Well, actually, there is something from me. Sega Nama, in the Sega Nama, the latest information about Yakuza. I made a mistake. I said there will be a new game. Actually, that was wrong. It's just my wishful thinking.
¿Va a haber un juego o no va a haber un juego? ¿Qué me estás diciendo, tía?
You really like it. You thought so because you really liked it. So we totally understand that you made such a mistake. It's okay. Don't worry. It happens a lot.
¿Está mirando Yakuza?
Yeah, thank
No,
you very
no veo
much.
nada. Porque reconozco los
we have many
kanjis.
programs, and there are many websites you can enjoy. Can you see the website?
Oh, qué bonita.
Oh, we're in the center. Oh, what's this? This is great. So, if you click on the page, you can try various content, right? Yeah. Well, since we have this opportunity,
Muy colorida y muy festivalera.
I want to try that tent. Can you click that? Yeah, behind the.
Vale.
Well, what is this? Cosplay contest.
Ay, de Yakuza.
Don't spoil too much. Be careful.
Ay, sí, señor, sí, señor.
60 people
Qué
chosen.
guay.
These are not CG. These are so well crafted.
Y de las caferinas también.
Haruka-chan is also there. And the new Sakura. This is really high quality. I'm really impressed.
Sakura Wars, evidentemente,
This
pues...
is really high quality. And
Hostia, hasta de la tía esta de...
more than 20 people
Ay,
that I like.
de que es de bailar, de las
60,
extraterrestres.
people chosen. It's really high quality. Yes, I also voted. Which one did you vote? I really want to know. This is a secret.
Ya que esto es momento Matrix, ¿no? Estamos dentro del directo en el directo.
But really want to know.
Vale.
There are many other contents that I want to see. Cell. Let's look at Cell. What's in there?
¿Ves? Y dentro del directo en el directo también.
To celebrate the Sega's 60th anniversary, there are cells. Yeah, so we expect you to enjoy this website, this portal site. I think in the previous festival we had a Morgana.
Podemos volver otra vez al plato,
And
por
the
favor.
Atlus.
Quitarme
This is
esto.
going to be very exciting. There are many content. Can I also click other icons? Yes, of course. Kaganburu. Can I click that? Can I try? Well, I think when the hand icon shows up, that means you can click it.
Claro. ¿No sabemos usar internet o qué?
Cosplay. The one next to it. I think there are other things that you can click. There are many things you can try. Well, the way you use the mouse looks like...
Es como si estuvieran descubriendo la rueda, tío.
How my mom would do it. Do you really know how to use a mouse? Original recipe. Look at this. Can you scroll down further? Yeah, I want to see.
Fíjate, ha salido ya.
It's very popular.
El 13 Sentinels, podrían estar hablando de eso. Y me están poniendo la web. No tienen nada que decir. Qué fuerte.
I want to see the food.
Qué fuerte.
They look delicious. Yeah, rice ball. That's huge. This is fun. It's home base. I wonder how big it is. You can also see the recipes for these meals. So these are the meals that appear in the games, I assume? Yeah. That's very fun. But usually in the game show, these meals are available at the game show. But I think for this time, we provide the recipe so people can make these meals at home. And what it is? Your way of using the mouse is really clumsy. Did you try to copy and paste? What were you doing? Oh, Shiloh.
Anda, mira.
Shiloh is here. I see the logo. Oh, it's a AR content. Lucky.
Vale.
So there are many ways that you can enjoy this portal site. Yeah, please enjoy the portal site. So anyway, actually we are running out of time.
So thank you. We're approaching the end time, but then this broadcasting live is going to
Eso
be
está acabando, menos mal. La verdad
continued
es que ha sido
till the
bastante
evening
flojo
of
el de Sega.
Sunday.
No esperaba
So
menos,
lastly, I would
sinceramente.
like to
No
ask
esperaba que fuera
Sega for the
ahí,
last comment from him. Starting
porque la
today,
mayoría ha
with the
sido
3
pues todo el
days,
del 60
Tokyo
aniversario,
Game Show 2020 online is going
Fantasy
to
Star
be
Online 2
exhibited.
y Puyo
And
Puyo
they are
Tetris
going to
2.
be airing Sega Atlus
De
TV
2
for
va la
72
cosa con
hours
Sega.
too, so please enjoy our TV show. Yes, we've got a lot of things going on. And lastly, I have one message for all of you.
¿Y qué es, señor Presi?
Well, today maybe you might thought that there's no new news, but then I do for the fans. So lastly, I have one news. We're going to be setting up a project to commemorate our 60th anniversary.
Ya, ¿y
What's
qué?
coming up? What's coming up?
Vale, pero ¿esto de cuándo es? Que esto es más viejo ya que la droga, yo creo. ¿Se va a meter Sega en los eSports? ¡Oh! ¿What? ¡Toma! ¡Toma! ¡Qué fuerte! Virtual Fighter se une a los eSports. ¡Qué fuerte!
What was that? So we had a great announcement at the last. So there's heaps of comment coming in from the SNS. A lot of people are texting in.
A ver, ¿dónde está mi grupo de Destiny aquí? Que abajo está.
So this is a project commemorating the 60th year anniversary of us. Within Japan, we are going to be settling and establishing Virtua Fighter esports, first of all, starting in Japan. This is going to start. Oh, I would like to know more. I thought it's going to be a new title. What was that? Oh, so I should be explaining it's going to be taking 2 more hours. Well, no, unfortunately, you don't have any more time. So we've got to cut the explanation at this point.
Ha sido lo único así que a mí me ha dejado como, mira,
No,
what the
I do want
fuck?
to know more. Why
Sí,
so
señor.
I not being able to listen to the explanation? Well, I think everybody would like to know more, but then from here on, I would like you to be stay tuned for the new information to come out because we have a lot of programs coming
De
down,
hecho,
following.
a lo mejor,
It made us all
igual, no, este
happy,
año
don't you
creo que no
think
había
so?
en el Tokyo Game Show, pero igual se había metido
So, well, we
en el
have
propio Tokyo Game
another
Show a
time,
competir,
maybe the
porque
CEO will also explain to
aparte de
you in
estas cosas, pues
person.
también hay competiciones, obviamente.
So, thank you very much, Mr. CEO.
Igual de cara al año que viene, la nueva
So,
temporada. Pero hostia,
for the
muy
time
buena,
being,
muy
we're going to be
buena.
saying goodbye, but
Muy
then
buena.
after this, the PSO2 New Genesis introduction will follow as a program, and after that, we're also going to be holding Good Fortune Appraisal Team, and the team is going to be appraising some goods, valuable goods, and give pricing to the goods held
Voy a
by
mandar un
Sega Atlus.
mensajito a Duel. Duel, que sepas que acaban de anunciar en la conferencia de Sega que va a haber un vídeo especial, un programa especial sobre Fantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. Así que míratelo, empóllatelo y disfruta.
You haven't heard of this program yet? No, this is
Así,
exciting.
en directo.
Because a lot of treasures, a lot of valued goods are coming out from Sega Atlus. So, please enjoy Sega Atlus TV after this too. But for the time being, thank you very much, Mr. Satomi.
Muchas gracias.
So we have to say goodbye at this very point that we would like to listen more. But then again, thank you
Me
very
están
much
haciendo
for featuring
spoilers
with
de
us.
Village. Me
Thank you,
cago
ladies and
en
gentlemen, for
todo.
staying with us.
セガアトラスの番組をお送りいたしました
This was a program
この後
by
21時
Sega
より
Atlus,
ガンホーオンラインエンタ
starting
ーテインメントの番組が
21
始まりま
o'clock.
す
The Gunho Online Entertainment program is going to start. Please enjoy the Tokyo
Vale,
Game Show
vamos a lo bueno,
2020
vamos a lo
online.
bueno. Vamos a lo bueno. Vale, el de Sega ha sido bastante flojo. Bastante flojo. Ahora vamos con el bueno. Tengo un miedo, tengo un miedo. A ver, que tengo Telegram ahora mismo. Que no se entera. No se entera aquí el amigo. Ay, madre. Vamos a ver Capcom. Venga. Tendría que ir al servicio, pero no. Me voy a aguantar las ganas. Vamos, venga. Me he puesto nerviosa y todo. Venga, a ver. Venga. Vamos a dejar aquí las... Venga, va. Hay que respirar hondo tranquilamente. Porque puede ser... La hostia puede ser la mayor mierda del mundo. Hola. Guapetón.
Hello everyone, welcome to
Hello,
TGS
everyone.
2020 Online Capcom Special Program.
Hola.
About to begin. So my name is Taguchi and I will be your MC for this portion.
Ah, muy bien.
So,
Otro guapete. Gracias, agradece.
so sorry, I will be Taguchi and I will be your MC for this portion.
Sí, eso ya lo has dicho.
During this live stream, we will be welcoming guests from Capcom's development team who are ready to share with us some
De hecho, veis lo que hay de fondo, ¿no?
titles Resident Evil Village and Monster Hunter Rise. Wow, look at all the comments. So let's start with the first title.
Ahí están Choyoshi Kanda y Peter
So
Fabiano.
over here, could you introduce yourselves? Hi, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, and I am one of the producers for Resident.
Sé quién eres. Nos conocemos desde hace 2
So,
años.
for everybody watching, thank you for watching tonight. Next up.
Shout out to our viewers in Japan and all over the world.
¿Qué tal,
That
Pete?
was in English, but his name is Peter Fabiano. Wow, look at all the comments. Everybody's really excited.
Hombre, no te jodes. Llevamos esperando desde junio, no me jodáis. Venga.
So, what should we start with?
¿Sí?
So, today we'll be talking about Resident Evil series, especially Resident Evil Village.
Vale.
So, we want to start by talking about Biohazard Village. Here's the latest trailer for those who may have missed it.
¿Vas a poner cuál? ¿El primero o el segundo? El segundo, vale. Ayer pusieron en Xbox el primero, ¿vale? Y aquí ya el segundo. Se me está bajando la resolución. Me cago en todo. Es Jeff Shine, te lo juro que es Jeff Shine. Ese de Him Away es Jeff Shine. Sí, es Pete Redfield, tiene que ser él. Ay, por Dios, me tengo que poner nervioso ya. Sí. A mí este tráiler me supo muy a poco. A pesar de que es este... Pero la señora que vende rumores. Es que me jodas. Y si habéis dado cuenta, en el primer tráiler no se le veía a Ethan el anillo de bodas. Aquí sí se le ve. Eso lo han arreglado. Esta parte así en plan a lo... mundos de Coraline, a mí me parece extraño. Y esos pedazos de brazos de Ethan por las sombras, súper desproporcionados, yo creo. Este cuento, esta leyenda que cuenta Mia, su hija, es cierta. Está dentro de la mitología o de rumana. Me sorprende que todos los planos de Mia sean de espaldas. Con mi mismo corte de pelo, venga. Y no me enseñan más del puto castillo, que es lo que queremos ver también. Porque hay mucha chicha ahí. Este trailer por eso sabe a poco. Se centran más en el village, más que en lo demás. Pero bueno. A ver, venga. Bueno, y este señor que... dicen que es el buhonero este, no la señora. 2021. Sí, bueno, pues el primero era mejor, ¿eh?
Looking at all the comments, it seems like everybody is like, wow, that was really cool.
Obviamente.
So, thank you. So, including videos, we have a lot more information to show you today.
¿A qué estamos esperando, Kanda-san?
We thought we'd start with a summary and some other information.
Vale, years after the Nightmare's incident, Ethan Winters, protagonist of Resident Evil 7, has finally returned to living an ordinary life with his family. However, sin embargo,
RE7, players assume the role of Ethan Winters, who's now living peacefully with his wife Mia.
The peaceful tranquility was ripped away by none other than Chris Redfield. Remnants of the familiar battle-scarred hero is now here to be found in his dark profile. Esto me lo tenéis que desarrollar un poco y tal.
I'm sure players are left wondering what Chris's motives could be.
Correcto.
This change to the dynamic between the characters from RE7. We can't disclose any secrets today, but we'll continue to provide more information in the future. So, in terms of the setting, as the title implies, this game takes place in a...
¿Habéis escuchado lo que ha dicho el traductor? Que no lo van a decir. Que van a seguir dejando más secretos por ahí. ¿Me cago en la puta? No me jodas. O sea, precisamente es por lo que yo quiero saber por qué coño Chris hace estas cosas. se dedica a entrar en la casa de la gente y disparar a bocajarro. No me jodas. Algo me tienes que decir, hombre. O sea, empezamos bien, Capcom, empezamos bien. Venga.
Desolate, snowy village where all sorts of drama unfolds.
Eso es.
So, interesting thing about this game is the village plays a central role, so much so that it can be considered another main character.
Esto me mosquea. Porque si os dais cuenta, algo le sale al tío del culo. y lleva ahí como algo, o no sé si forma parte del tejado o qué, pero es muy extraño. What of the creature that lurk in the darkness of village? Es cualquier cosa.
And here we get a look at some of the creatures that have taken root in the village.
Vale.
As seen in the trailer, they move fast, they're very violent, and they sometimes hunt in packs. They'll become even tougher when they're organized and coordinating their offensives.
Many captures to be encountered in the village. What a matter of events lie ahead.
That the players can expect to encounter along the way.
Vale, todo eso me lo vais a decir ahora o
what sort of story is going to be waiting for you?
Estamos analizando el tráiler de la manera así muy vaga.
So we'll have more details about this as well, but you know,
vale.
You can look at this, the pictures that we have, and kind of come up with your own ideals.
Vale, pues venga, empecemos. Dejémonos de rodeos y vayamos al puto grano ya.
Just seeing it brings up all these kind of interesting, makes me imagine all the cool things that are going to be happening in this game. So is there anything else you can show us tonight? So yeah, we have something that we haven't shown anybody yet. We have an interview with Pete and with the director Sato and with the art director Takano. So please take a look.
Beautiful,
so
terrifying.
So a very beautiful but scary.
El hombre ya se ha perdido. Winter comes for either. ¡Qué cachondos! Director Morimasa Sato. Vale.
For Resident Evil 7, we initially
thought
of Ethan as a character who would just act as a camera for the player, a sort of blank slate for the cam to project themselves onto. But from a story perspective, we realized it would be better to make Ethan Winters a character onto himself. And you know,
obviamente,
we really ended up liking who Ethan became, and we wanted to know what happened to him after Resident Evil 7, like what sort of life he would lead. So we started thinking that for the next stage, the protagonist really couldn't be anybody else but Ethan, and we figured this all out at a pretty early stage. We want to make sure it was just as terrifying as Resident Evil 7, maybe even
que se le ha currado.
But you know, something you'll probably notice that's different from that game is that we changed the lighting a lot from what you saw in Resident Evil 7.
Muchísimo habéis cambiado la luz.
And you know, we think we really hit a good distance and made a terrifying and beautiful village.
And really grew them in scale for Resident Evil Village. Not only did we up the graphics and elements of survival horror, but we focused on making the world and the atmosphere all around it feel both beautiful yet terrifying.
Creo que lo habéis conseguido. Sí, me acuerdo de esa parte, La tengo muy presente todavía. Es que el sótano era lo peor, ¿eh? Hostia, qué chulo. ¿Quién eres? Dime que no eres el puto Luisera, por favor.
Terrifying game. So compared to RE7, Village is a bit more catchy, a bit more easy to pull yourself into. That's one of the primary concepts we kept in mind when creating the game. Now, in terms of visual beauty and the weight we gave to it, I really left it all entirely in the capable hands of art director Takano. As Village's director, I tried to think about the feel of the game. Like, what are the emotional moments? Where's the terror? Where's the beauty? Where's the cruelty? Where are all these feelings? And thinking about all that sort of stuff is my main job, what I consider my main job when I was creating this game. Now, when we think of the word village, it evokes a sense of closeness, of like a small, tiny place. But when you look at what you've built Village to be, it's sort of a colossal distance. It's got like this colossal distant feel to it. We wanted to give it a sense of like oomph, like a very sense of reality.
Onda, eso es nuevo.
So we did our best to make the mountains around the village look as fantastic as possible, to really get
Esto
a
es nuevo.
vibe. We wanted players to walk through the world.
Pero no,
and be like,
déjame algo más de
"Wow, you
gameplay,
can actually
cabrones.
go here, and wow, this is so cool and everything."
Y eso creo que es el castillo, ¿eh?
So we thought a lot about
Sí,
how
sí,
to
sí,
create
sí.
a game
Ay,
that
qué
you could make
bonito,
your
tío.
own approach to, where you could figure out your own solutions to problems you face.
Es muy 4 también el castillo.
This is something we decided to do a lot more with this game.
Y esta parte es
We
que
had
es
a
muy
lot more
Spencer.
freedom than in RE7.
O sea, es
Uh,
súper
we want
bonito,
players to
pero...
experiment, to figure out things that work for them. We want everyone to think of Resident Evil Village as a horror movie that you can play.
Joder, pues igual que el 7.
You want to take your time to fully explore the detailed environments.
Ya, sí.
Fully designed.
Una polla es el chichona. Seguramente que tendrás un envelope detrás cada 2x3.
The only way that you could make it any more immersive, I guess, is to scan yourself and put yourself in the game.
¿Eh? Ahí está. Peter Fabiano, en el 7. Me pasa que luego le he cambiado la voz.
But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. And into the forest deep.
Me voy a poner otra vez.
What is it with that creepy story?
Village of Shadows.
It's just a local tale.
まあ絵本を使った理由はですね、すごくいろんなバラエティに
So
富ん
we
だ作品
included
にな
a
る商品になる
storybook in
な
Village.
Sí.
まあ一番よく
Because we had a
ないのは
huge
結構やっぱり
variety of
いろんな
things
素
that
材が
we
出た
included in the
まとま
game.
りきらずにお客さんが
We
なんだ
realized
ろう
later
なっちゃ
that
う
it would be hard to summarize all that, and players might get confused and think,
Sí,
what's this all
sí,
about?
estamos confusos, sí. No te voy a negar.
That would be, not ideal. So we came up with this one storybook that would sort of
Que
summarize
salgan
everything
3
for people so they can
murciélagos
understand
bien.
the whole picture of the
To
game.
get the full experience. All the little touches and ideas that the designers add are fully realized and come together once you make it through the entire game.
僕はそうですね、ヴィレッジは
Village to me
Tiene un poco cara
is
triste aquí el director, ¿eh? Pero bueno.
僕はやっぱりそう
Junto con el peinado que no le favorece en nada.
一人の人間の
this kind of story of Ethan, this one
イ
guy.
さんっていうそのキャラクターの
Sí, como el 7 también es la historia de un tío que iba a buscar a su esposa. Desaparecida hace 3 años.
イさんの全てを描き切る作品だと思ってます。
So probably the entirety of who he is just kind of brought into a one single
イーサン・ウ
game.
ィンターズっていうのを最後まで見届けたいと。
For the Ethan Winters that we created in Resident Evil 7, I wanted to see where his story ended up. And I think that's kind of one of the main centerpieces of Resident Evil Village.
¿Habéis escuchado? ¿Cómo termina su historia? El fin de la historia es la de Ethan Winters. O sea que, ¿me estás diciendo que puede que la espiche? ¿Que vaya a morir? Bueno. Entonces, esas teorías que se decía que es posible que hasta la mitad del juego pudiéramos manejar a Ethan y, bueno, la otra chica, o bueno, me da igual, otro personaje, y que luego ya tiraríamos con Chris. Yo estoy totalmente in en ese sentido, ¿eh? Vamos. Es que yo no me cae nada bien Ethan Winters. Y tenéis por ahí mi gameplay del Resident 7, que lo he terminado hace poco. Pero... me fastidies. O sea, la historia de Ethan va a empezar y va a terminar en el 7 y en el 8. Y ya está, 2 juegos para él. Y después, si te he visto, no me acuerdo. Entonces... siguen sin atreverse a matar a Chris Redfield, los de Capcom. No se atreven. Qué fuerte. Oye, pues mira, bien. Yo por mí estoy muy a tope con esto. Estoy muy a tope. Venga, va. Give me more.
コメントを見ていてですね。
Wow, that was really cool. Oh man, look at all these really nice comments. Some of these comments are like, let Ethan have like a peaceful life. Come on. If you watch the video we just showed, you can probably see what sort of survival horror we're trying to make with Resident Evil Village.
Estáis avanzando en survival horror, pero bueno,
We're
ya
hard at work
veremos.
on Resident Evil Village, so and we're doing everything we can to deliver an amazing game. So stay tuned for more information.
Sí, claro.
So we do have one more thing to report. While Resident Evil Village is being developed specifically for next-generation consoles and PC,
Sí.
we're looking into delivering the experience on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well.
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? Espera, se lo tengo que decir ahora mismo, que es... Me dice Javi por Telegram. Capcom estudia sacar Resident Evil 8 en PlayStation 4 y One. Y dice, y a ti te da un parraque. No. Te lo digo en audio porque estoy en directo, pero acaba de decir el productor que van a sacar Village para PlayStation 4 y Xbox One. Ya me ha dado el parraque. Vamos a ver. Joder. Esto da para un vídeo, señores. Vamos a ver. Precisamente fue este señor, Tsuyoshi Kanda, alias Kanda-san para los Capconios y los Resident Evileros, dijo en el vídeo de los productores que salieron él y Peter Fabiano diciendo que Village era exclusivo para la siguiente generación. Y ahora de repente me estás diciendo que me vas a sacar en PlayStation 4 y Xbox One. ¿Perdona? Precisamente pues porque el tema de... para poder coger las cosas buenas que tenía la nueva generación, sin tiempos de carga, la luz, el ray tracing, bla 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 bla. Capcom. No ibas mal, pero esto ya te ha restado todos los puntos del mundo. Uy, mañana, como salga el tema de los cafés con salseo, me cago en la madre que me parió. ¿Cómo os voy a poner? Más luego el vídeo que os haga de regalo, porque esto da para vídeo con cara, como el otro. Esto no se hace. O sea, no podéis estar diciendo hace unos meses que es exclusivo, que tal, y eso que se llevaba diciendo que iba a ser intergeneracional. Se dijo. Lo dijo además mi amigo Das Golem. Que iba a ser intergeneracional. Y ahora de repente, luego, en julio no, va a ser solamente para la próxima generación, porque tal, porque que sí, que querían vender consolas, muy bien, ya de repente, no, que lo sacamos. O sea, ¿queréis dejar de marear la perdiz? Por favor, ¿queréis dejar de marear la puta perdiz de una puta vez? Uff. A mí me llama al parraque, es que vamos.
We're looking into it, but we can't make any promises.
Ah, ahora me dice que no. A ver, vamos a escuchar la frase entera.
We're looking into it, but we can't make any... What sort of survival horror we're trying to make.
Espérate, vamos a escuchar la frase entera porque vamos. ¿Y eso qué significa? ¿Que lo estamos estudiando? ¿Que no prometemos nada? Eso es que sí.
On Resident Evil Village, so and we're doing everything we can to deliver an amazing game. So stay tuned for more information. So we do have one more thing to report. While Resident Evil Village is being developed specifically for next-generation consoles and PC, we're looking into delivering the experience on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well. We're looking into it, but we can't make any promises. However,
ojo,
we will do our best in creating a top-tier survival horror experience.
Claro. Eso es, que le van a bajar tanto la calidad que da para PlayStation 4 y Xbox One. Y es que no me jodáis. Estabais haciendo las betas en PlayStation 4 Pro. En mi Xbox One X va a funcionar perfectamente.
yes, we have the 25th anniversary of the first Resident.
Y ahí tenemos el 25 aniversario, el logo, los dos logos. Más con el, con el Raccoon, me gusta. De 1996 a 2021, 25 aniversario y empieza el 22 de marzo del 2021. El aniversario.
Evil coming next year on March 22nd, 2021. So we're here to kick things off with this year. So we've created two mascots for this anniversary, like a cute one and a really cool one.
Sí.
And
la verdad es que el del 25 me gusta.
Like super cute, right? So the one on the right is Raccoon Kun, or Raccoon. He is the mascot of Raccoon City.
Exactamente. Y esto me parece muy guapo. Esto lo he visto en Twitter y en Instagram. Me parece una imagen chulísima. Te lo juro. Pero os dais cuenta de quiénes salen, ¿no? Y sale el Chris Redfield del 7. No sale el del 8. Sale el del 7. Y Jack Baker. Pero es muy guapo esta imagen, ¿eh? Es muy guapo.
So, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each one of you. The reason why we're able to continue this series is because of all of you, of our fans. And I hope you enjoyed what we showed you today. And we have plenty more information to share with you soon, so please look forward to it.
Sí, 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 claro, claro.
So that's all the news from the two of us today.
Y ya está.
So everybody was really surprised
y ya está.
In the middle of that big large picture they had a second ago. So next year looks to be an excited one. And do you have one final message before you guys go and head off? So let's start with you, Takano-san. Or so Kanda-san, sorry.
A ver.
So we can only give you a little bit of information about this game right now, but we want you to know that the entire staff for Resident Evil Village is doing our best to create the best survival horror Resident Evil game for you guys to play.
Lo sé. Me voy a sacar en Play 4.
We'll do our best to keep making it a sort of Resident Evil that is what everybody wants and is the sort of thing that everybody can have a lot of fun with. So please stay tuned for more information.
Thanks everyone for watching.
So next up is Pete. So we hope you look forward to more information about.
Sí. Habrá que esperar el domingo porque esto me ha sabido a poco. Pero por lo menos en ese vídeo algo se ha visto un poquito de gameplay y tal. Del castillo. Bueno. Menos de una piedra.
I can't believe that Papa, the character, was in the center of that big picture before. I was really surprised to see him there. So next, we have some information for you on Monster Hunter.
Vale, pues quitarme la parte de detrás y cambiármela.
Wow. Anyway, it looks like our preparations are ready, so now we're going to move on to talk about.
Vale, gracias.
Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2, which were announced just last week.
Yo lo había preferido al revés, igual primero mejor lo otro. Esto quiero decir, y luego ya.
So could you introduce yourselves? I'm the producer Tsujimoto, and I am the director Ichinose. It looks like they're still warming up, so.
Y esto ya lo dije yo en el vídeo. Que esto es bueno de cara al año que viene. O sea, la gente lleva pidiendo un Stories y un Monster Hunter para Switch. Así que.
So, what sort of information do you have for us today? So, we showed you a Monster Hunter Rise promotional video the other day.
Me imagino que.
But this is one that actually is slightly different. We've updated the gameplay footage in it. So this is the TGS 2020 edition of it. So I hope you enjoy.
Fijaros lo que me acaba de decir Javi, pero básicamente os lo traslado, pero es que... ¿Para qué comprarse una Xbox? Joder. Una Play 5 o una Xbox Series S X si te van a sacar el juego en Play 4 y en Xbox One. Es que es absurdo, es absurdo. A ver, que me acabaré comprando el juego seguramente para la serie, pero ¿se me la sacan? No la chorra, sino el juego en esto. Es que no me merece la pena. Ya si eso, cuando me compre la siguiente generación, pues ya me compro el Village. Pero ahora mismo es que no merece la pena. Es que no merece la pena. Es que... Joder. Es que... Fíjate que hasta lo que habían dicho estaba todo bien, más o menos tal. Bueno, un poco de gameplay, explicando un poco el por qué habían escogido ese tipo de cosas y tal. Que tal más veo que han experimentado mucho. Pero quedó determinado. Queremos decir una cosa más. Esto. La habéis cagado. La habéis cagado, pero es lo más grande. No me lo puedo creer, tío. Y este juego, el Arise, que conste, está hecho con el RE Engine. O sea, por eso se ve tan chulo y tan espectacular. Y está hecho para Switch, que luego me digan, no se puede hacer no se puede pasar ni el 7 ni los remakes del 2 y el 3 para Switch. Se puede hacer, la cosa es que no queréis. Monster Hunter Rise. Ay, qué creepy cuando empiezan a hablar de eso a la vez. 26 de marzo del 21. Que de este ya habían enseñado fecha. Y bueno, más luego todas las mariconadas que te dan. ¡Hostia, amigos! Eso no lo dijeron. Vale, el 26 de marzo del 21 y el otro ya a lo largo del 20. Ese chaval juega Monster Hunter, queda claro. Porque no se ha puesto tan contento después del vídeo de Village.
So, as you could see, there was some new gameplay footage in there. We'll tell you a little bit more about these new elements a little bit later. That part in the end was like, wow, this is super Japanese, right?
Super japonés, claro que sí, guapi.
Expect a lot of fun elements like that in the next game.
Pero la verdad es que...
So, Monster Hunter Rise is the latest game in the Monster Hunter series. Could you tell us
¿Cómo
what it's
decirlo?
about?
O sea, le queda muy bien. O sea, es que
So our main focus on
el RE
Monster Hunter
Engine
Rise is
le queda bien a
making use of
todas
the
las
portability of
franquicias.
Nintendo Switch, which allows you to pick up and play the game at any time.
Fíjate
This game's about
que
being
yo
able to play
haría
whenever you want, whenever you want, with anyone you want.
los Devil May Cry 1, 2 y 3,
So, as we also
los
explained during the
remakearía
announcement footage the other day,
con
the
el
rise in the
RE
title
Engine.
refers to the freedom of movement the player has.
Bueno, el 1, 2 y 3 y me faltaría el 4, pero igual el 4 lo dejo como está. Pero sí.
We wanted to instill
Pero va a quedar, o sea, y luego encima te queda todo más o menos igual con el 5.
to players across
El
the
5 es muy
world while they're
espectacular.
exploring the game. We hope that players really enjoy that sort of stuff.
Sí, claro.
So, Ichinose and I will tell you what kind of game Monster Hunter Rise is going to be and what kind of features it's going to have. So let's start with the most important aspect, the new player actions.
Lo que pasa que, claro, aquí no sé si habrán cogido, habrán escaneado cara de actores reales, pero claro, yo creo que han hecho con el motor pues las caras de los personajes, pero vamos, que esto se ya y se nota. Se nota.
So here's going to be a video showing the wire bug.
Hola, Pedrín.
So this is some more actions that uses the wire.
Con lo que me gusta es un ganchito en un juego, tío.
To traverse the environment.
Es que fíjate, el detalle, todo.
Do all sorts of really interesting things like
evidentemente
scaling steep cliffs
es una Nintendo Switch, pero aún así, fíjate lo bien que se ve.
With their weapon for a variety of spectacular attacks, creating a completely fresh hunting experience.
Qué guay. Este podía haber tenido el Monster Hunter World.
So you can use the wire bug to do actions like wall running to overcome obstacles like they're nothing.
Eso quería ver yo, los bichos.
Exciting new dynamic to the combat as well.
Buah, sí, se nota mucho, se nota.
As you can see, there's cool combo attacks you can use to make a much more fun experience.
Bueno, cierto, sí había ganchito. Es verdad, la metí en el iceberg como novedad. Lo que pasa es que, claro, si tienes solo normal no puedes. No puedes jugarlo, simplemente es un upgrade para... Y yo creo que él ha gustado tanto que la han metido también aquí. No, pero bueno, está. El gameplay está bien, está bien. Es correcto.
So we are talking a little bit about the there's a new area in the game as well, sort of a central kind of place that you guys base off. And so after your quest, you'll head back over there.
Fíjate.
So we're going to talk about in the trailer.
Esto en mi pueblo se llama Ranger.
A new locale called the Shrine Ruins.
Es que es súper bonito.
Some more live gameplay of this area during Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 20th tomorrow. We're going to have some actually gameplay footage. We're going to be playing it on the stream for you.
Dale.
So definitely put that down on your agenda so you can listen to more. You'll be hear a lot more about that. So definitely make sure to catch the stream on September 26th. Man, there's so much more stuff that you've added to this game. Next, we'd like you to tell us a little bit more about the new...
Vale, digo, este pobre no va a hablar. Que puedes ir subir al perro.
So this is a new type of buddy called the canine. They actively coordinate attacks with the
player. Te vas a ahorrar muchas caminatas,
And you can even ride on their backs to move around and do all sorts of this. So they're very invaluable allies in combat.
Hola, se va generando el escenario. Sí, se va generando el escenario.
Doesn't really decrease. So you're able to run across each area to your heart's content. It gives you a lot more mobility. So while you're riding a canine also, you can use some items and perform some items, like you can recover your health and things like that. So Monster Hunter is a multiplayer game, but in single player, you're able to bring up to 2 buddies along on your quests, kind of any combination that you want.
Entonces el perrete también te va a ayudar.
So you can like have a canine and one other thing as well.
O sea, vas a tener perrete y gatete. Bien, bien, bien.
And they can be 2 of the same type as well. So
podía saber eso también en Monster Hunter World. Me había ahorrado mucho sufrimiento y muchos desmayos.
So, you know, if you like dogs, you can definitely go with the dog version. If you like cats, you can go.
Hombre, claro, obviamente. Yo creo que la gente sigue cogiendo, oye, pero ¿por qué tienen que ser gatos? ¿Tienen que ser perros? Pues tenemos perros y gatos. Ya está, no pasa nada aquí. Todo el mundo está contento.
So, I'm really excited to see how these buddies will kind of affect the gameplay.
Sí, no, que ya te digo, con Monster Hunter, o sea, con Monster Hunter te estás emocionando más que con Village. Aquí no hay que ser parcial, señor presentador. Muy mal.
Do you have any new monsters in store for us? Can you tell us about them?
Oh, Magna Malo.
Has lots of new monsters.
Este tío bueno no es.
In the trailer, we showed off a few of them, including the new flagship monster Magna Malo, which you'll see here.
Vale.
So we can't give you all the information about Magna Malo yet. Let me just show you this picture.
Vale.
It's still a long way into the release, so, you know.
Ah, vale, o sea, es como, te enseñamos esto, pero como queda mogollón, pues no podemos decir nada más.
So we'll give you more information as we go, but for right now, we'd like you all to know that
Como los otros, nada, preferimos guardarnos nuestros secretos, que hoy no vamos a decir.
strong air of menace about it. It's really
Te doy una.
Scary. It's got some very unique modes of movement, so sorry, you're going to have to wait for more information about that, but we hope everybody will look forward to finding out more about this really cool.
Vale.
Next up,
parece un avestruz con corona
kind of
y alas.
Very kind of peculiar looking bird wyvern that looks kind of like a parasol.
Sí.
It's fiercely territorial, however, and once it detects any intruders, it spreads its wings, trying to intimidate its prey by expanding kind of a crest within that has an eyeball-like pattern on it.
La verdad es que me estoy repitiendo, pero
next up,
Great Izuchi.
So
grande y
this
pequeño.
one is called the Great Izuchi. It is a bird wyvern that kind of attacks with its tail, which has evolved into a very unique shape, this sort of scythe-like shape.
Sí.
So the Great Izuchi forms packs with others like it, with
la cola.
other smaller Izuchi.
Mezcla zorro y
its
patas de velociraptor.
elite members of its pack by its side. So once they spot their prey, they'll attack in unison. So you have to kind of stay on your toes and be aware of the entire pack when they're coming to attack you. Next, we have this
Tetranodon. Ah, vale, ese es el que he enseñado antes.
Tetranodon, who's an amphibious monster that's... He's a bit of a hefty chunk. He's extremely gluttonous, and it'll swallow anything that moves, including the ground that it's standing on. So once it's done eating, its stomach will swell and it kind of gets slower, but then its attacks also become heavier and more destructive.
Sí, pero está, bueno, igual se le pilla la espalda, sí, pero igual es de estos bichos listos como el mono decapitado de Sekiro, ¿sabes? Que luego a ver pilla de tu la espalda.
And we also have a lot of monsters from that you know and love from the Monster Hunter series. And they will all be in Monster Hunter Rise, but we can't talk about them just now, so please keep an eye out for more information.
Bueno, salen marzos. Bien. Pues creo que igual van a salir a la vez, Village y este. Porque Village va a salir el primer trimestre también, o sea que enero, febrero, marzo, o sea en abril, o... Uy, Camora Village, qué bonita. Qué bonita.
Very Japanese looking village, right?
Sí.
It's got all the conveniences you need, like a...
Esta es más florida, no da tanto miedo como la otra. Como el otro Village. Tú llegas ahí y te sientes en casa, te sientes seguro en el otro lado.
Characters in this village who will be supporting the hunters as they explore this world.
Claro, como en todos los juegos.
So the trailer also made something called the Rampage.
¿The Rampage?
It's really important to the story, so we can't quite reveal anything about that just yet.
¿Qué estamos aquí? ¿Tirando piedras y escondiendo la mano todo el rato o qué? No, hay algo y tal, pero no podemos hablar de nada más. Pues cállate. Es que estas cosas como me joden, ¿eh?
But that's about all we can talk about today, though we do have a slightly different trailer that we've made just for this occasion. Oh, sorry, you showed a slightly different trailer just for this occasion, so could you tell us a little bit more about the new scenes you added?
Ah, mira, el Great Izuchi.
So, firstly, we showed off some new actions for the lance, the hammer, the light bowgun, and the longsword.
Y eso. Ah, mira, pues sí le puedes pillar la espalda.
There are also
qué bonito,
some really
tío.
interesting new aerial attacks using large barrel bombs.
Ya te digo yo que el siguiente que hagan para la siguiente generación, obviamente, el próximo Monster Hunter, que va a tener engine y tal, va a ser súper bonito, ya verás.
New actions and new abilities for the palicos and a guarding parasol, I think, for a canine. There was even a glimpse of a small monster with a very unique kind of face that you'll run into the shrine ruins.
A ver, que tengo audios por aquí por Telegram que lo tengo que echar humo.
They also showed kind of like a bug-like monster as well, but we'll tell you more about those at a later date. Wow, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot more really cool information to be waiting for, so we'll keep an eye out for it. So, as I mentioned before, we will premiere some live gameplay at Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 26th at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we hope you tune in again tomorrow. I think we have just some of that information on the screen. So now that we know a little bit more about the game itself, can you tell us what we should expect at launch?
A ver qué me dice.
Well, first off, Monster Hunter Rise's release date will be Friday, March 26th, 2021. It will be released simultaneously worldwide. We will, of course, have both a physical version and a digital version, so you can pick whichever you like. We also have a version of Monster Hunter Rise.
Eso en mi pueblo es que sí que lo van a sacar. Que van a intentarlo, que van a hacer todo lo posible por sacar el mejor survival horror, pero que lo van a hacer. Que sí, que lo sacan. Te digo yo, que a mí no me engañan. Que son ya muchos años que llevo con Capcom. No me engañan ya. Que no. Que eso de no, bueno, sí, tal. Ya verás. Palamute Terrier Costumer, Palico Forest Can Costumer y Novice Talisman por semestre. Vale. Estos son los, pues eso, los pre-orders.
So your Palamute will get a Retriever costume layered armor, and your Palico will get a Forest Cat layered out. And God, look how delightfully cute that is. So we also have 3 Monster Hunter Rise amiibos that will be released on this.
Mira, el Palico es muy chulo y el Palamute también. El Magnamalo no, pero los otros dos son chulos, los amiibos. Y compatibilidad entre los dos, entre el Stories y el Rise.
We did mention Monster Hunter Stories 2 the other week as well, so we have some cool crossover content for that as well. So look forward to more information on that at a later date.
Look forward, y dale con el look forward, me cago en la puta.
So pre-orders for the digital version have already gone live. And pre-orders for the physical version started today, September 25th. So please consider pre-ordering. We'd very much appreciate it. So everything we talked about today will be put up on the official website as well. So please don't forget to check that for more information. So I think that about finishes everything for today. Monster Hunter Rise comes out on March 26, 2021. Are there any final words you have for our viewers about this game?
¿Qué ha pasado? No me han mandado el audio.
So, since Monster Hunter Rise was announced the other day, we've received a lot of positive fan feedback, which has made us really happy. Thank you very much. So we are currently working hard on completing this completely new hunting experience.
Que quiero borrar este audio.
Please look forward to it and to more information about our game. So we'll keep bringing you the latest info on Monster Hunter Rise in the future, but we will definitely have a lot more to talk about before March 2021.
Lo que te quería decir en el otro audio es que a mí no me la dan con queso. Ya estoy yo curada de espanto con Capcom y sé que aunque digan que no, que bueno, que sí, que vamos a intentar hacer el mejor juego de survival horror y tal, de la historia, que lo vamos a intentar. Eso en mi pueblo es que sí. Y no hay más que hablar. O sea, que ya te digo que son muchos años y sé que cuando dicen que puede, que sí, que tal, es que sí.
So that's all from Mr. Ichinose. Thank you very much for joining us today.
De nada, majos. Es que no me habéis dicho nada, de nada, de nada, de nada. O sea, para eso es que no sé para qué hacéis una hora, tío. ¿Y qué vais a llenar en las 2 horas de mañana, del domingo?
Buddies are too cute to ride. So, next, Mr. Shijimoto is going to share some more information on Monster Hunter Stories 2 with us. So, at the same time as Monster Hunter Rise, we released some information. We announced Monster Hunter Stories 2. So, I have some more details for you, but please take a look at the trailer.
Vale. Sí que es el mismo del otro día. El mismo. Vale, pues ahí tenemos el mismo trailer, es que no hay más. Aquí, pues 2021, largos y sin prisa. De hecho, seguramente si sale el Monster Hunter Rise y Village a primeros de año, esto se vaya de cara para otoño.
So, the genre of this game is actually an RPG, not an action game.
O sea, que Stories es más un RPG, vale.
Game, it'll have all the things that you'll expect. So you'll become a monster hunter. Obviously, you're going to be a monster hunter, but you're going to forge bonds with monsters, raise them, become a monster rider, and travel to all kinds of places. So, moving on. So, Rathalos have mysteriously disappeared from the world of Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. The protagonist, a descendant of the legendary rider Red, meets a Wavirian girl who has been entrusted with a mysterious egg. The two set out on an epic tale surrounding the Wings of Ruin. Now, of course, you'll be able to adventure with many of your favorite monsters from the Monster Hunter series, but you'll also experience a narrative deeply rooted in the bonds between rider and monster worthy of the story's name. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about some of the characters in the game? It's still a little bit too early to talk about most of it, but I think I can tell you a few things. So first, look at the slide.
Detto, The Great Monster Rider.
So some people might think this is the protagonist, but this is actually not the protagonist. This is a character named Red, who is a legendary monster rider. So please check a look at the thing in the palm of his hand. This is called a kinship stone, and it's used by riders to deepen their bond with monsters. So the bonded monsters are called monsties. So you can ride them, of course, but it's said that there are monsties with other hidden abilities as well, and you can kind of collect and find them as you go. So this is Red's partner, a Rathalos monster. So Red and his wrath are key to the story, and they're some of the first to notice that the world has changed, or is changing. And the protagonist is Red's grandchild.
Vale,
the
vale,
protagonist is also
vale,
a
vale.
monster hunter like Red,
O sea
but
que
they
evidentemente,
may
o sea, esto sigue la historia
they may be a
del
rider, but they
primero.
use similar weapons to hunters and can fight monsters. You'll be able to customize their their details, so you can change their name and customize their appearance and do all sorts of interesting things like that. So this hasn't been announced yet, the next thing we're talking about. But these are all different things that your characters look like. These are all characters that you can design. So I'd also like to tell you about the weapons in the game. In addition to the great sword, the hammer, and the sword and shield,
No, bicharraco.
we
Mira, en
plan to
cambio la
add
espada
2 more
huesos
weapons
es
from
chula.
the Monster Hunter series. So now I'd like to introduce you to another character. So this girl is a Wavarian named Enna. So in the Monster Hunter universe, there is a race that's different from humans called the Wavarians. Some of their unique traits is their exceptionally long lifespans. So she is one of those. So right now you're probably wondering why has this girl Enna been entrusted with an egg by Ratha, but we can't reveal that yet, obviously. Meeting her is the event that kind of sets the... So meeting her is the event that kind of sets the protagonist's adventure in motion. And meeting her is sort of the key that sort of sets your adventure and sets you on your quest to find the Wings of Ruin.
Vale, o sea, estos son los personajes principales de la historia.
So
Vale.
I'm really excited to see what sort of story is waiting for us.
Por lo que ve más o menos
So
el...
can you tell us a little bit more about this? The game release. So the game release is going to be in summer of 2021.
Que, pues eso.
So we're developing it to be a game that not just Monster Hunter fans, but all RPG fans can enjoy.
Para desarrollar...
Also, as I
Ay,
said
no me
earlier,
sale.
some aspects of the game tie into Monster Hunter Rise. So
Me he quedado bloqueada, no sé por qué. Pues eso, que entiendo que el programa donde lo han desarrollado es el mismo que el de... A ver, el de 3DS, obviamente, pero con más potencia, ¿no? Pero no han cambiado. Hombre, evidentemente no te voy a decir, hazlo con el R-Engine porque no queda bien. Pero bueno. La verdad es que... Es un juego de Switch, obviamente. La estética y todo queda muy bien. La historia...
Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. So we're putting out updates via the official website, as well as on our Twitter and other official SNS accounts.
Vale.
So please, don't forget to keep an eye on those.
No, tranquilo.
Also at Capcom TGS Live 2020 tomorrow, we will also have more information for you as well, including a live, we will be playing the game for you live as well.
Sí, el del domingo.
So, thank you. I hope everyone's excited for Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter
Ahora no
Stories
miento,
2:
no,
Wings
es
of Ruin.
mañana. El de Monster Hunter Story y esto. Sí, es mañana. Y van a hablar también del Street Fighter 5. De las dos cosas. Y el domingo es el de Devil May Cry 5 y el de Village.
So a huge sale line of Capcom titles are now up to
86%.
Several Resident Evil titles,
Que tampoco están tan baratos, ¿eh? Y el Street Fighter 5 lo tienen el mes pasado en el Plus, o sea que...
Now is the chance to play before Resident Evil Village arrives.
El Double Cross es verdad que está barato. Y el Biohazard, pues el normal sí, está a 10 euros. Y el Biohazard RE3 está a 20. No, está a 30, perdón. Que tampoco está tan barato. Ahí lo tenéis. Ahí lo tenéis, ¿veis? De Monster Hunter, el 26 de nuevo, o sea, mañana. Y el domingo tenemos Devil May Cry 5 y Village. Mañana lo tendremos. Y ya os digo que va a ser en el Twitch de Capcom.
The 3 titles to feature today, along with the Devil May Cry Special Edition, and announced Street Fighter V Champion Edition. Now, lastly,
eso es, y luego Capcom Fighters GP.
We have the Street Fighter League Pro JP 2020 tournament first leg, which will be starting on Esports X at 11 p.m. Japan Standard Time today. Topped up with international top players such as the legendary player.
No hay ninguno decente, ¿eh?
The Todai graduate Tokyo. The strongest players will gather to form a dream team. They're set on joining the league. Don't miss all of this really awesome.
No, sí.
Wow, that was such a really packed broadcast we had today. We hope everybody really enjoyed it. And
bueno. Tengo mis cosas, pero bueno. Me voy a esperar al del domingo. Antes de hacer un vídeo o lo que sea, pero lo de Village se les ha traído. Adiós. Muy bien. Hala. No hay nada más que decir. Bueno, espera, voy a quitar esto. Poco más que añadir. Que me esperaba algo más, sinceramente. Aunque, a ver, teniendo en cuenta de que se sabía que iba a ser de 1 hora y que ya se veía o dijeron que se iba a hablar de los Monster Hunters y de Village, pues vale. Pero es que de Village no han dicho nada. Pero nada. O sea, es como, no, sí, bueno, tenemos que tal, pero nos guardamos nuestros secretos. Capcom, el TGS no es el momento de guardarse secretos. Guardarse secretos es mientras estáis desarrollando el juego o cuando estáis dando a los testers para probar las demos. Esos son los momentos perfectos para guardar secretos. No ahora es cuando tenéis que decir las cosas, llenarnos de hype. Me habéis dejado como, sí, bueno, tal. Igual os ha pasado a PlayStation 4 y Xbox, que sé que sí. Pero... en fin. Qué bueno. Y luego, bueno, pues la verdad es que el Monster Hunter Rise para Switch, teniendo en cuenta que mi idea es comprármela de cara a Navidades, igual cae. Si no está muy caro de salida, igual cae. Porque Monster Hunter siempre le da la vida. O sea, el World a mí me encanta. Y me da la sensación de que tiene mucho... O sea, sí bebe mucho de los antiguos, pero también del World. Entonces, a mí como el World me gusta mucho, seguramente me lo acabé pillando. Pero vamos, que veremos a ver qué nos comentan el domingo en esas 2 horas, pero que va a ser exactamente igual. O sea, aquí era 1 hora, que no ha llegado, eran 55,15, pero si le quitas lo del principio y lo del final, se quedan 50 minutos. Y las 2 horas del domingo van a ser 1 hora del My Cry 5 Special Edition, que me vais a enseñar, o sea, el juego es el mismo. Y luego, pues eso, luego Village. Entonces, en 2 horas, pues tenemos 1 hora para cada uno. Esperemos que sea 1 hora completa. Y nada, poco más que decir, que la verdad es que tenía yo mi mosca detrás de la oreja con Capcom. Ya sabéis, si habéis visto el vídeo, esa reacción. Pero bueno, ya después del TGS, el domingo, si eso a la noche, igual cae otra video reacción con la cara y todo eso, y ya hablando del post. Primero era el pre, con mis wishes, y luego ya es el post, la reacción, como diciendo, ya me voy a cagar oficialmente en todos vosotros, en todo Capcom. Me voy a ir allí a Osaka y os voy a plantar un pino en la puerta, porque ya es demasiado. Pero bueno, más o menos me ha sabido a poco. La verdad es que esto me ha sabido a poco. teniendo en cuenta, pero claro, es como, no, pero es que ya vamos a tener más cosas y tal. Entonces, ¿para qué estáis? No sé, más luego el vídeo pues de que salían los tres hablando y tal, eso sí, un poco de que han enseñado un poquito más, pero aún así yo creo que ese vídeo, partes de ese vídeo enseñarán el domingo. Eso espero. Así que me voy despidiendo de vosotros, la verdad es que ha sido un placer, me lo he pasado muy bien y veremos a ver qué nos espera el domingo. Me gustaría poder hacerlo en directo, me gustaría mucho, pero no creo que me vaya a ser posible. Así que lo más seguro, de todas formas, si no se diese el caso, quiero decir, de que no vaya a poder o al final si puedo tal, estar atentos a las redes sociales. Pero si aquí como un ejemplo ahora, donde yo vivo, está lloviendo mucho, un mogollón y con mucho viento, si el domingo hace así, seguramente pues no, los planes se me acaben cancelando. Entonces sí que lo puedo hacer. Pero si no se cancelan, pues eso. Me será imposible estar aquí a la 1 del mediodía. Aunque técnicamente empezaría sobre las 2, ¿vale? Para que os hagáis una idea. Porque de 1 a 2 sería lo de Devil May Cry y de 2 a 3 sería lo de Village. Pero vamos, ya que lo hacemos entero, no lo hacemos a medias, ¿no? Y entonces por eso me gustaría hacerlo entero las 2 horas, en directo y toda la pesca. Entonces, de todas formas, lo dicho. El domingo a la mañana, cuando despierte después de haber sobrevivido al café con salseo, veremos qué es lo que pasa, pero ya os digo que a mí me gustaría mucho poder hacerlo en directo. Así que nada más, gente, muchas gracias por haber estado ahí, a los que habéis estado en directo, a los que lo estáis viendo en diferido. Y como siempre, nos vemos mañana. Adiós.